I was 13 when my life changed.
I was 15. That's when the things changed for me.
I was 6. I wonder what type of a child I would have been.
I was 13 years old.
I was in 8th grade. I don't think I really understood what had happened to me until years later.
I remember thinking, I don't know who I could talk to about this.
My sexual assault occurred when I was a senior in high school, and I know that when I got home, I told no one.
And even though you would cry, a lot of people wouldn't understand why you were crying.
I was just devastated. It's very traumatic.
I felt so wounded and like a failure. I had just failed.
Your parents want to know what's going on, and you just kind of lock off.
I didn't tell anybody till I was 38 years old.
You're afraid if you do tell your truth, people are going to judge you. And that's when the shame and the guilt and all of that comes out.
Living in the shadows is not comfortable, but it almost seems like it's become, and it always has been, a part of my life.
Living in the shadows is living with a part of myself that I'm hiding.
In the shadows is the loneliness where you feel completely isolated.
Most people choose to hold these experiences in silence for weeks, months, years, and decades.
I didn't know until 38 years later how much it hurt. All the years I've been telling myself, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that bad, I was denying what it did to me.
Even after all these years, you still have no validation.
When your mother goes, you can't be telling lies like that. Where else you got to go?
To be abused and to want to tell someone, it wasn't an option for me because I didn't want to get kicked out of school.
You have to go against this institution that basically formed the culture of your family. I felt like I was looking straight up the highest mountain you could ever look at.
You feel like you're outnumbered, for sure. You're definitely outnumbered.
I didn't feel like I had anyone that I could tell. I thought somebody was going to do something. I thought somebody was going to interact. I thought someone was going to intervene or do something or say something or just ask me one time.
The words don't come really easy to say how bad it hurts because the words aren't there.
And if I could give anyone a word that they should take to heart, is the first person that they need to talk to is themselves.
I would tell survivors that they have choices. You can choose if you want to speak out or if you don't want to speak out. You could tell someone one-on-one in person, or you could share it in a letter or an email or a text message.
Oh yeah, don't hold back. I believe you. That's number one. Now you got to take step 2.
Something happens when you do finally tell it. It's almost like a freedom.
It was never your fault. None of it was ever your fault.
If you feel alone now or at any point in time, that loneliness will be broken at some point in your journey.
I was motivated in part because I felt like I deserved support.
I'm finally in the company of people that understand what I've been through. We're all going to fight together.
I guess I feel like now I have hundreds, if not thousands, of people on my side, walking with me.
There is power in knowing that other people are moving forward with their lives and they're not going to let this define them.
What motivates me now to continue my journey as a healing survivor is the idea that we're making progress.